Guys, Dawn Bradbury here, or as my kids call me, DJ Organic. I get asked all the time what I eat before I exercise. My answer is nothing. Let me explain. I am a morning person, so I exercise first thing in the morning, probably within an hour of waking up. So the first thing I do is I start sipping water. Before I get to my workout, I've consumed probably about 16 ounces of water. Water is so critical for so many body functions. We are 60% water and our blood is about 90% water. It's essential for our skin health, for our brain function. If you start to feel like you are lightheaded or you have cramping, you probably need water. So I usually drink about 20 ounces during my workout, probably something like this. And the days when I don't work out, I drink about half my body weight in water. And the days I do work out, I drink a lot more than that. So after my workout, I'll have more water and then probably coffee, maybe some green tea, and then nothing else until I have my first meal around 12 or 1 o'clock. That meal is usually a big ass salad. Shout out Mark Sisson for that term. And what's in there, it's organic greens, healthy fats. The fats that you consume are not the same as the fats in your body. Nuts, seeds, a clean protein like chicken or eggs, and sometimes I'll add quinoa or lentils, and I usually use a Primal Kitchen dressing. Shout out again Mark Sisson. He's not paying me. I'm not getting paid to say this, but his dressings are very clean, unprocessed, and low sugar and taste delicious. So I prefer to use those. I use avocado oil, which is a really healthy fat. And after that, a few hours later, I'll have either a chia pudding or a plant-based smoothie. And then I don't eat anything until dinner time, which is around 7 o'clock. And then I don't eat after that until the next day. That routine was a lot easier when we were in quarantine, but now I still try to stick with that. By doing intermittent fasting and stopping eating at 8 o'clock, it eliminates an entire meal, which is called dessert. I used to have something sweet every night after dinner, but after a couple weeks of fasting and just cold turkey stopping that, I don't crave it anymore, and I don't even think about food after dinner. Also, I am a social person, so if I do have a cocktail with friends, I either don't fast the next day, or if I finish my cocktails around 10 p.m., I'll extend my fast until 2 p.m. the next day. Drinking alcohol it kind of throws my hormones out of balance and it affects my sleep. Also, when I drink alcohol, I notice that my fast is a lot harder the next day, probably because the fuel that I'm burning for energy is not as efficient. So I try to avoid it as much as possible. I started doing intermittent fasting after doing a ketogenic diet for a couple months. So I was already metabolically flexible when I started doing the intermittent fasting. I definitely recommend doing that as well. Being metabolically flexible eliminates that hangry feeling when you are fasting, and it makes such a difference. By doing keto, I was able to balance my hormones, increase my energy, and get rid of some of the brain fog. And now continuing with the intermittent fasting, I have this now calm energy when I fast, which is amazing. I can think so much clearer. And also, if you do the intermittent fasting correctly, your body goes through a process called autophagy. And what that does is your body is recycling old damaged and dysfunctional cells and replacing those with newer, healthier cells, which gives your body the ammunition to be able to fight off diseases and live healthier and longer, and the added benefit of losing and maintaining weight. If you want to start intermittent fasting, I recommend using resources like podcasts. There's books out there, there's apps you can use. There's also these Facebook groups. I'm part of one with thousands of women, and women are constantly posting their inspirational stories. You can ask questions, you can get real answers from real people. You can search questions that you think are silly and also see tons of answers. Intermittent fasting is not for everybody, so if you're going to do it, I recommend checking with your doctor first, and of course not doing it if you're pregnant. And if you are going to do it smart. Eat clean, low sugar, low processed foods, healthy, balanced, and drink tons of water. Comment below with any questions. Stay safe and stay healthy.